will get us underway in the early stages of this one. They've only met 3 times on 2 occasions. They drew the other, but the Sky Blues have scored 11 goals in the area. And as Zavenius went to ground, wanted a free kick. Referee didn't flinch. City, it's a scrappy start to this one and almost give away the possession again. Gregory does well to hold her up and almost stops her getting into the penalty area. Early chance for Shaw. Gets of it. Touch was too heavy. Over from Gareth Taylor during the back end of last season. Tasked with the job of hunting Chelsea down at the top end of the WSL table. They're 1 point behind the Blue. 5 games of the season as Bunny Shaw advances forward once more. Again, some real flicks just across there, making sure that Greg is okay. Just did really well. Inroads forward. Bit of head tennis, which was abruptly stopped there by Lee. Shaw, round the corner. What a ball that is. Virginia with an early chance. Gets the cross in. Kick to Manchester City. Some smart defending there from Lois Joel as Orba Figino looked up. Feeds it down the line. Again, Newcastle press high and almost win it back. In fact, here's Nobbs. Chance to get the shot in. They've been caught out a number of times in the early stages in their own half of the field. Managed to get on to the end of a loose ball. Only had one thing in her mind as she approached the edge of the D. One ball forward. Could have been useful, however. Gregory just didn't bend her. Girls needs to be careful. Murphy's lurking. Newcastle win it back again here. What can they muster up? Shot from distance. Oh, that is absolutely spectacular. You may not see a better goal than that in this round of the competition. Lois just cannot stop those. And do we have a shock on our hands here? Newcastle with an early lead. Joe. As soon as she got that ball, struck her side in the lead and they're hungry for more. Murphy into the area. Nowhere to go. Runs into a bit of traffic. Another shot from distance from Figino. Ball forward. Lovely first touch from Murphy. She's got options. She's going to go herself. Twist and a turn. Eventually, Lazel with the throw-in. Decent one into the penalty area. Here's Shaw. Here's a chance. Deflects. A corner kick to City. Had to be careful there underneath the ball. It was looping. Tipped it over the crossbar. That's the best we've seen from Manchester City in the recent... Wahabi. This time City goes short. 1-2 from the corner. Lovely ball in. There's a flick on the bottom corner. Lovely work, set-piece routine from the citizens. However, the header... Lois Joel's goal the difference. And what a goal it was to give her side the lead. Pulls it back. However, it's City now who are looking to win the ball back high up the field. Good challenge from Hasegawa. Now Coombs returns it to Hasegawa, who's made a run. Maybe unfamiliar territory for the defensive midfielder. Out on the left flank. Couldn't manage to get the... Cagino. Lovely ball, weighted in, back across goal. With a scrap for possession on the edge of the area. Benny, one to beat. Stokes back defending. Squares it across. Scuffed effort goalwards. Newcastle to City just turn the screw a little bit more. Lois Joel scream at the difference between the two sides. Another opening here for City. Shaw lays it off. Wahabi again. What can City do here? Hasegawa. Looks to feed it through. Benny once more. Stokes towards the penalty area. Could be a chance to cross here. Drills it in. It's a real mess at the back, but eventually Figino. Lemon, decent ball forward. Benny chases. Moan comes. Bit of confusion there. Scramble to safety. No nonsense. City with a throw-in. Lazel. Tussle for possession. He's got Nobbs and Stokes in support. Opts to find Nobbs, who squares it across to Joel. This time opts not to go from distance. That one wasn't the best. City come away with the possession, but again, have to be careful. It's a bit of a high-risk play here as they look to make their way out of their own half of the field, but the options left and right. Newcastle stretched at the back. Virginia still going. Feeds it into Shaw. Takes a touch, clips it back across. Could be useful. The ball doesn't make the back of the net ripple. Wahhabi arrived. Bunny Shaw, calm presence in front of goal. Opting not to take the shot on herself. Put it on. Support on halfway. Lovely ball in towards the faking to hit back. Virginia clips it in. Again, a menace possession, but again, just almost falls over the top of the ball there. Luckily for her, her side managed to keep hold of the possession. Lovely flick there from Hasegawa. Injury moments ago. Couldn't manage to clear that time. Here's Shaw, edge of the area. Does fall for Gino. Shot comes in off the post. It was Wahhabi who couldn't make a gilt-edged opportunity count moments ago. And this time for Jerry. She almost did everything right. Only one thing on her mind. Plays a 1-2 with Bunny Shaw. So unlucky. Lazel again, just enjoying a little bit of possession. Ball back in field. WSL. Ball floated in. A wicked one into the 6-yard area. It's a bit of a mess at the back of it. Floated ball forward. Shaw on the end of it. Keeper comes, just too heavy. Runs out for a goal kick. Then later, it's another look at that opportunity. It was Bunny Shaw's first touch. Wasn't aware of Bene's run there, tracking the ball back towards Moan. However, no harm done in the end. Shirt there. Of Gracie Pryor up towards the edge of the areas. Lazel stands over it, goes short in the end. Hasegawa lofts it in. Number there at the other end of the pitch, Murphy back defending, but here's Shaw again towards the penalty area, goes to ground. Towards the Newcastle left back, looks to clip it in, gets a deflection, squares it across. Shaw leaves it. Coombs clear this one, but here's Wahhabi. Saveni is to beat. Force back, floated ball in. Shaw just couldn't connect with the ball. Again, put into it. Last chance of the half, you'd think, with Benny. Towards the area, gets past Stokes. Still going, squares it across at half-time. And City get the goal that their pressure has duly deserved. Combs with the finish. Second, Newcastle United 1, Manchester City 1. Never in doubt. Path of Laura Combs. Only one thing on her mind. Strokes it into the bottom left corner. And a real sucker punch for Becky Langley's side to deal with ahead of the break. And it was almost the final kick of 5 minutes. And Lois Joel with an absolute screamer to give the host on a couple of occasions before Laura Coombs scored right on the stroke of half-time to put the laces through that one. Almost takes the netting off the goalposts. Nothing Claudia Moan could do about it. Towards the penalty area, City looks to charge. Could be a decent ball in. Here's Hasegawa. That's just what the doctor ordered for Manchester. Start of the second half. Yui Hasegawa in an advanced position in the pen, and his side take the lead in this one. Newcastle United. A second goal. Brave run forward. Feeds a pass into Lazel. Space to work with. Goal scorer of City's second, Hasegawa. May counter. Murphy. Marauding run forward. Option with Nobbs. First time shot. There's a cross. There's a clearance from City. Not the best clearance, but Hasegawa on hand just to cool as you like. Put a foot on the ball. Now Manium. Lovely weighted pass. Nobbs goes for goal. Spilt by the goalkeeper. Real chance for Murphy. Squares it back across. Play has been pulled back. There's a smart ball forward from Mannion just to feed it through the eye of the needle. Nobbs' shot was deflected in the second half. Finds Wahabi. One to beat. Squares it back. Virginia again. Looks to curl one to wrap her boot round that. Couldn't guide it goalwards. But Manchester corner. Her goal, the difference between the two sides. Wicked ball into the near post. Flicked clear by the Magpie. Hasegawa in support. Finds her as well. Chance to get the ball in. Coombs from distance. Ambitious. And over the halfway line again as Savenius is lurking in behind there. Rose had to be alert, and she was. Hales his first action. And it's not the best ball. Coombs who takes a touch, lays it off towards Hasegawa. Is inside the 6-yard area. Once more, City go short with what looked to be the 1-2. Eventually clipped into the area again. Will be another wicked in-swinger for Newcastle to deal with. This one's high towards the far post. Keeper punches, not the best. It's a real mess. It's gone in to collect the corner, opted to punch, got it badly wrong, and in the end has more or less punched it into the back of her. Well, they've been wicked balls in from these corner kicks. But it was once an afternoon that was filled with anticipation for Newcastle United. A strong first half showing has been undone. Look like they've got a spring in their step here. Here they come again with Benny. Options in the middle. Wicked ball in. This time Mo. Hales. Blinko Brown has it. Just plays the 1-2 with Hasegawa. Floated ball in. Could be menacing. Back across goal. Castle on the move. Here's Murphy. Options in the middle. A goal now will make things interesting. Murphy crosses. Greenwood blocks. Hasegawa clears. Wardlaw has it. Still an option in the middle through Hales. Looks to find her as well. Keating comes. They've certainly not disgraced themselves in this contest with Manchester City, the side pushing at the top of the WSL. And it just looks like it's going to be a like-for-like switch-up for Manchester City as Kirsten Kasperai comes on in place of Naomi Lazel for the final. Keating once more, this time under a bit of pressure, but finds Greenwood. Feeds it through the gap to Hasegawa, who just took a break. Murphy with options to her left. Manages to find Gregory. What can she muster up here? Decent ball in. Keating comes and punches. The ball. Well, it would have been a spectacular drive from Jordan Nobbs from the edge of the box. As Gregory put a wicked ball in towards the 6-yard area. Hales rose, couldn't get there. Many in the stadium inclined to agree, but City still have the possession. Hasegawa. Looks to tussle for the ball as Newcastle apply the press again. Here's Hales, 3-on-3. What can Newcastle muster up here? Support as well, but Hales goes from distance. Miedemar. Hasegawa returns it back to the Dutch international. Drives forward. Could be a chance for her to... Now Wahabi. Floated ball in. Short. Up too much on it for her to be able to contest for, but the shot eventually comes. Corner kick to the Sky Blues. Hasegawa has caused chaos so far in this game from these balls in area, and anywhere will do for Newcastle United, and they could do with it falling into the path here. It's just beaten to it by Kiara Keating. Alert goalkeeping there. Pryor played it back towards Keating, who was stood with her heels almost on her own goal line. Newcastle rekindle the possession. Cross comes in. Oh, it's found the back United. A real pile driver from Freya Gregory from the left of the area. Caught Kiara Keating cold. 3. Well, Murphy fed it in towards Gregory, who just took a touch past Kasperai. Lumsden was underneath it, flicks it on as well. Hales chases, beats Greenwood to the punch. Can she get a shot away from the edge of the area? Agrees, and this will be a yellow card shown too. So she will have to tread on thin ice for the final 6 or 7 minutes of this one. To beat Keating from here. It is Lumsden. It is over the crossbar. Lumsden, the substitute. She hit it well. Just a little bit too much on line for a goal kick to Manchester City. Been out as well. Cool as you like from Keating to find Greenwood, and just look at how Manchester City managed to play. Chance for City to wrap this one up. Here's Shaw, edge of the area. Miedemar looks to hit one, does hit. Miedemar, that may be that they won't rest on their laurels today to keep any hope of qualification alive. The City swing the ball into the middle, flicked across goal. A goal here would surely seal it. Miedemar looking to do so. Deflect. Wahabi. Careful. In the end, did just enough to nick it off the boot of Hales, who would have been through onto an open net there. Tugs the arm of Bunny Shaw, but can't stop her. Wicked ball across goal. The ball breaks. Options left and right. Switches it out towards Murphy. Good touch from her. Takes it past one. Looks to hit one from distance. Oh, I said rescue a point here. And what a finish that is from distance. Looks as though City's quality would eventually see them to victory, but they never see Newcastle United and Emily Murphy enough for them to rescue a point in the closing stages. To qualify, they're looking to now find a winner. 3 absolute worldies from Newcastle United as the ball's put back into the middle here. City win the possession via a throw-in. We're now into additional time of the additional time here at the Gateshead International Stadium. Needs to hurry up here if her side are going to find a winning goal, but they have run out of time, and a sensational. They took the lead early on with a blistering effort from Lois Joel. Emily Murphy gets the plaudits after. But what an effort from Becky Langley's side. Both head coaches now, Ciara Keating and Claudie Moan, both sprung into first team action here. Hands on hips. The team who takes the first penalty might have the slight psychological advantage as Hale steps up and makes no mistake. Strike first in the penalty shootout. Hales with a Keating goes the wrong way. And tasked with pulling her side. Moan makes herself look big. It is Casper I, and it is one. And despite Claudie Moan getting the right way, couldn't get anywhere near it. After one penalty apiece in the shootout. Former Manchester United and Manchester City player now for Newcastle steps up, and you do not stop corner. Keating may have got a fingertip on it, but couldn't do enough. The ever-reliable Yui Hasegawa has a chance from the spot to square things up in the shootout. And she makes no mistake. A confident, assured finish from Yui Hasegawa. Not sure any of keeping that one out. Rifles it into the roof of the net. Continue. Beth Lumsden's turn. Lumsden, hands on hips. Right-footed, never in any doubt. Waited for Keating to show her arm with the advantage. And here's a play it. Many put City number 9 to pull them square once more in the shootout. And almost, it just squeezes under the palm of the Newcastle United goalkeeper, much to her be. Bunny Shaw's penalty. Not hit with the conviction that we've seen so far in this shootout, but she does. Emily Murphy, whose late effort put Newcastle into the penalty shootout, and it makes no mistake. Cool as you like, strokes it into the bottom corner. 4 for Newcastle. Alex Greenwood on the biggest of stages. Can she pull her side square once more? Newcastle piling on the pressure in the shootout. Greenwood hits it. How many changing rooms have Alex Greenwood and Jordan Nobbs shared on opposing teams this afternoon as Nobbs steps up right-footed. Ross to take it for Andre Jeglert's side. With the pressure on, or will Claudia Moan be the hero? It is Miedemar, cool as you like, strokes it home, and we're heading to sudden death in the shootout. Killer effort in this one to reduce the deficit before Newcastle equalised in the shootout, off the crossbar, for a goalkeeper to save. And now all of the pressure once again on Manchester City. Newcastle will win the shootout. Moan again looking to be the hero. Wahabi steps up, left-footed. Moan, oh, he pushed it onto the post. Relief for Wahabi. Stokes against Keating. Stokes just taking the time over the run-up. Slots it to the keepers and gives her side the upper hand for the first time in the penalty. Is the first to make an error. The 6 perfect penalties. Newcastle finally miss one and a win the shootout. Laura Blinker, Claudia Moan once more makes herself big on the goal line. Blinkel-Brown hits it and wins the celebrations from Manchester City after Blinkel-Brown fires it home. And what a game for Becky Langley's side. They push Manchester City all the way